the participation of Maître Alex Nziver. He is the leader of the British Cameroon National Party, BCNP. He's going to be coming live through Skype. We're glad to have you, Maître.
Hello, Maître, can you hear me?
With us? Seemingly, Maître cannot get us. There is an issue with the audio. Maître, can you get me?
I can hear you.
Okay, we are glad to have you on this special edition today. We'll start by getting your first reaction to what is happening to Europe and the world.
Yeah, good morning and thank you for having me on this program. And my personal reaction, I like to limit European problems to European countries, because when they have a European problem, it's a world problem. When we have a problem in Africa, it's an African problem. But however, what I can see happening between Russia and Ukraine, I can see a Mexican standoff is a Russian roulette. It's something that started as far back as 2014, when Crimea was annexed by Russia. But I cannot sit here today and solely blame Russia. It's again, President Zelensky of Ukraine said that they have left them to rot alone, to defend themselves alone. There was something that they call the Budapest Memorandum, which was signed and agreed on the 5th of December 1994 by the United States of America, by Britain, and later on France and China. They asked Ukraine to give up their nuclear power, and that is what is happening today. Today they are not able to protect Ukraine. But the problem is, some people say Putin is a Hitler today. Today's Hitler. But what Putin is doing, Putin has got a nuclear warhead, and that's very dangerous. So that's why I say it is a Mexican standoff. It's no win-win situation for any person. Everybody in the West is trying to flex their muscles, because what is happening today is that we used to have, they have NATO, which is North Atlantic Treaty for most Western countries. Russia used to have what we call the Warsaw Pact, which was to counterbalance what is happening in the Western world, and it was mainly made up of Soviet Union. Today we don't have that Warsaw Pact. So at the end of the day, I can see both sides of what they are saying. Russia is entitled to defend themselves, in the sense that what Russia is saying is that Ukraine is not living in the sky or in the air. They are sharing borders with Russia. So Russia have to protect themselves. What is happening is that in an international community, you don't only look at the Western country. We know about the Cuba crisis, when there was a nuclear warhead facing the United States of America, and we knew what happened, the reaction. Nobody wants to face insecurity. And if you see the United Nations, which was created in 1945, what's their aim? To maintain international peace and security. Are we saying that the United Nations have failed today? People like President Mugabe and Gaddafi, they were trying to reform the United Nations. They were laughing at them. And today, the United Nations have become another league of nations, because to some extent it's a failed organization, because there are some few people who want to control the world. What I sit here to tell you what is happening in Ukraine is a double standard. We have seen what is happening with the Palestinians. They are encroaching the territory. And so it's not the first thing. It has been happening in other parts of the world. But because the Western world, they think that Europe is different from Africa. When it's a war, they call it world war. When it's something that's good, it doesn't concern Africa. My personal point is, I feel sorry for the civilians in Ukraine. it saddens me to see children, women in the street, and what is happening to them as a human being. But these powers, when they flex their muscle, as we say in Cameroon, when two elephants are fighting, it's the grass that suffers. It is their problem. It is about who can control who, and Putin doesn't want to give up. It is a Russian roulette. There is no win-win situation. And at the end of the day, they will come back to each other and try to solve their problem, because United Kingdom and other European countries have given some sanction to, is it Russia? They are targeting Putin's inner circle, banning state-owned companies in the UK financial market. They are targeting the oligarch. They have banned Aeroflot, which is Russian airline. They are trying to do SWIFT financial system they are trying to talk with other European countries to ban Russia. But the mistake they are making, sanctions take a long, long time in order for you to achieve what you want. Russia have got a reserve of $630 billion, the fourth highest amount of reserve in the world. Only 16% of Russian foreign exchange are in dollars. So down to what, 40% about 5 years ago. So at the end of the day, there's no win-win situation. I believe they will come together as superpower to solve their problem. And without saying that I'm happy with what is going on, it tells you that when countries like France, they annex or control other countries in Africa, they are silent. When people attack Palestinian encroach on their land, they are silent. So sometimes God works in a mysterious way. Besides the civilians that are empathized with them in Ukraine, I think sometimes things like this happen to make people to get to their senses.
Okay, things like this happen to make people to get to their senses. Gladys, you've seen pictures.